welcome to Sam's on Wrestling, and this is our bracket series. Sam enjoyed so much last time looking at the worst tag team champions, I thought I would then bring him over some more worst champions, and we'd look at the worst United States champions. Yay!
Sometimes when I do these worst lists, I feel as though I've been paid Saudi money, and I'm kind of selling my soul to do these.
It is a positive show, but sometimes you've got to look at the worst.
I just don't like talking about these, because what usually happens in the brackets, when we talk about stuff, I'll say, right, okay, this one's the better thing, and then we'll put that through, and then we'll keep talking about the better thing, and I'll increasingly get happier and happier about it. Now it's the inverse. I get sadder and sadder talking about David Otunga the entire time.
You can talk about the better one in this, and then we put the other one through.
That's what I mean.
So here's how it works. It is our tournament-style series where we literally have taken a random group, in this case the worst United States champion, and we put them into a random draw. Why a random draw, Sam?
Because if you've seeded it, you've already decided.
Exactly, and been thrown that we're surprised that some people have won more than others. When you start really digging into these, you start actually analysing them with a fine-tooth comb that you never did when you're just a fan, and we end up having different winners and different losers. We have only picked 16 WWE United States Champions. A few people who didn't quite make the list because they were actually Matt Hardy being one of them. He had a terrible United States reign for someone who had just won it. He is one who's just missed out on. People like Finlay just missed out even with his one
Did he win?
He won the United exactly as an example, but we're only going to have 16. Baby Sam, being as young as he is, actually knows most of these people and most of these reigns, so he will actually be the judge during executioner, which means I get vetoes. If you don't know how we do this, he gets the final say, but if I really disagree, I can veto him, but I can only do it 3 times because there's only 16 names.
I was going to say, I was hoping for a reduction.
Only 3 times, and I can't do it more than for 1 people because we've got 1 round less. So I can only do it once for 1 person, and I can do it 3 more times. So let's get into it, but before we do that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's find out who we believe is the worst United States champion. Round 1, it's Kalisto versus Logan Paul. You had Logan Paul as your 3rd best United States champion of all time.
That says more about the list of United States champions than does Logan Paul.
Do you remember what happened on that day?
You struck me.
I left.
Oh, you did?
I walked out of the video because you had someone who defended the title twice in over 6 months as your 3rd ever best.
In hindsight, it might have been a poor choice.
It was a ridiculous choice.
Who did I have as my top 2? I had Rusev would have definitely
been Rusev, I think, and Cena.
So, what are the US champions better than
all Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I wasn't around, so that's otherwise, yeah.
None of these.
Yeah, definitely none of them.
But I wouldn't have had him 3rd. LA Knight's better than him, for example.
But LA Knight, I think, hadn't had much of a reign.
He's still better than him. Carlito. Anyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kalisto, though, beat Del Rio, which is a real surprise. I think he then lost it again and then won it back. And then defended it at WrestleMania against Ryback in front of no fans because they hadn't got in the arena yet because of the ticketing problems. You're there going, could you not have waited for their match? But all I remember about Kalisto, and this wasn't his United States Champions, I'm not trash. That's all I remember with Kalisto. So generally, Sam, what would you go with? A man who was just couldn't talk, didn't defend it when he did, and then lost it, and then won it. I can't even remember who took it off him the actual second time. Rusev. Oh, he did with the accolade.
With the really cool
accolade. Yeah. Or a man who didn't turn up, is a gob and defended it twice.
I'm going to go with the second one. Genuinely, Logan Paul's
really your 3rd favourite.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're putting Kalisto as the worst.
I've said that now, so I can't really go and put Kalisto in my top 3.
Okay, so you're going with Kalisto.
Kalisto to advance because he's worse.
So Kalisto is a worse United States champion.
Yes,
I agree because but I'm going to veto. Logan Paul is not going to get away with that. I think Kalisto is a bad champion, but defending it twice in 6 months when you're an awful person, never turning up with your mid card just to then lose it to LA Knight. No. Logan Paul is going through. Veto straight away. Logan Paul is going through. Screw you. It's Carlito versus Bret Hart.
We're going to have a match with the next one. I don't think Carlito's that bad.
So Carlito, the problem is Carlito has a few reigns, but he won it off Cena on his first night, but then got injured immediately. And then that was kind of curtailed his United States reign. That was it. That's it. No. That's it, sort of thing. So that's his reign. He literally didn't do it. And then you've got Bret, non-wrestler Bret Hart won the United States Championship and then handed it to a wrestler. It's really...
Who did he hand it to?
Is it R-Truth? Is it R-Truth? Is it R-Truth he hands it to?
Don't know.
I think it's R-Truth that he hands it to, who does turn up on this list for another reason.
You know, Sam, I was well happy as a 10-year-old. I didn't realise Bret Hart couldn't actually physically wrestle anymore, like do the bumps or anything. I was well happy. I'm watching Bret Hart win the US title. I'd heard so much about him, and I was well happy.
It was a problem with his insurance company because he's with Lloyd's of London, who obviously didn't realise how much money they were going to pay out for wrestlers, so they stopped doing it. But you can't pull out.
Still have him.
But they literally went, "You're wrestling. You're in a ring." Because obviously to SummerSlam, he was like, "Oh, no, I'm not doing anything. No bumps, nothing happening." He had 3 matches and he won the United States Championship.
Wait, so do you think he could have taken a couple of bumps?
No.
I was going to say there's no chance.
Absolutely. So Sam, who have you got as worst, Bret Hart or Carlito?
I'm going. I love Bret Hart at the time, but I'm still going Bret Hart as the worst.
Bret Hart is a worst United States champion.
He physically couldn't take a bump. He won it, made the Miz look like an absolute knob, and then it's just handed to R-Truth.
I think it's R-Truth. I'll double check. Sam will tell me now. Is it R-Truth with a big tick or a big cross with the actual answer? Thank you, Sam. But Carlito at least won it on his opening debut, so it gave him some momentum at least. But yeah, Bret. Finn Balor versus Baron of Corbin.
This right here is what I don't like. Right. Corbin win it, did he?
Yeah, Corbin did.
When did he do that?
He was the one who took it off Jinder, I believe.
Jinder had it?
Not Jinder. No, that was Jeff who took it off Jeff.
Jeff took it off Jinder.
Yeah, Baron won it, and this is telling you a lot.
2018, and then
this is telling you a lot. And Finn won it in the jumping men, of lots of jumping men winning it just before COVID, like AJ and Rey Mysterio and all these people, Ricochet, all these people winning it, doing nothing.
I have no knowledge of
barely defended it, didn't do anything with it.
I'm going to say, because I like Corbin less than I like Balor, I'm just going to give Baron Corbin.
I am happy to go Baron Corbin on this one. His reign is literally pointless. So much so that I literally have misremembered it. I've confused it with his Money in the Bank cash in there. But it's really... There's nothing to it. Everyone can't even remember how it happened, ended, did whatever. I think he did a lot of feuding with Dean Ambrose with it, because they had the Intercontinental, then they had the United States. There's a lot of horror. Mess.
I'm falling asleep already.
Jinder Mahal, Nakamura.
Not this match again.
It is. It's SummerSlam. It's 2017. Now, where'd you go here?
Jinder.
Hang on. So we got. Hang on.
Jinder, always Jinder.
Hang on. So we got Jinder Mahal won it at WrestleMania in that fatal 4-way for reasons. And then lost it mere weeks later, wasn't it, to Jeff Hardy at the Saudi show. The Mist Whisper in the window. I think it was on Raw, and then he
one of the most hilarious botches I've ever seen.
Which I believe was the rematch. And then you had Nakamura, who's won a few, and they've all been bad. But the most famous one probably is him winning it off LA Knight and then stalking in the background.
I'm doing nothing.
And then handed it back to LA Knight.
God, this title's been abused, man. I still have to say Jinder.
I am going to veto here.
How dare you? But then it means I don't have to talk about Jinder.
You do, that's true. The reason being is Jinder he won a WrestleMania match, which is fine, and then lost it immediately to a bigger star. So it literally was just transitional sidestep, here's to Jeff. Nakamura has had many reigns, and every single time he has actually killed the title dead. And this was the time where everyone was excited, the most recent one, because he got a new character, which was really well presented. The entrance was interesting. The look was great. He won it very quickly. Great. I actually liked the whole, I'm spooky behind you. And then it's like, are you going to do anything else? No. And then lost that.
Anything else?
Oh, I've never seen a person be a jobber with a championship so quickly.
And yet,
it was amazing. So Nakamura is going through. Apollo Crews... Nigerian drum. Oh, and he's speaking in his Nigerian accent that he can't do properly.
They wanted to do Black Panther.
And yeah, that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
And Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, after he beat Cena.
So he beats Cena, loses it to Kalisto. I think he wins it back from Kalisto, loses it back to Kalisto.
Right, so... See, this is my brain goes to horrible places in these videos. You know what? I'd give it to Apollo Crews, because I think Del Rio having it, yes, he beat Cena, which was kind of a shocking moment. It was a big thing.
Very short. It was 8 minutes long.
It was a big payoff, so you can at least say this was a big thing, because it was the end of Cena's
And it was a return.
And a return. And allied with Zeb Coulter randomly.
Mex America, wasn't it?
No, it was that whole thing.
Weird gimmick.
But what I can say is, for that time he had it in the League of Nations, again, I'm not championing the League of Nations, but him having the US title in the League of Nations
made sense,
and it gave that group a little bit of legitimacy before Sheamus won the title. No, again, teeny tiny. It's about the size of Kalisto, to be honest. Yeah, no, there we go.
I agree.
I'm going to say Apollo's was even more rubbish because Apollo's Apollo. And
I like Apollo, and I'm glad they tried something with him.
Yeah.
But man, was it bad. Work. And also, it reminds you of COVID era as well. It was bad.
It's all that COVID tax, like anything that reminds me of that era, it's a tax. It immediately makes it like 20% worse. It does though, doesn't it?
I love it. Yeah, Apollo Crews is going through. Austin Theory, Zack Ryder.
Oh, don't disrespect my boy Zack Ryder, Sam. No, I will not hear it.
Sam,
this is a disgrace.
The win is one of the best wins. Is the best win on this list,
and we can extend it there.
That's the
conversation. Let's move on to Austin Theory.
But the 2 weeks afterwards, he lost it 2 weeks later to Jack Swagger.
What's wrong with Jack Swagger, Sam?
So many things, so much so that we did the worst.
He better
Jack
be
Swagger. Yes. So Zack Ryder's, and the reason it's also the worst is because it's such a deflating letdown.
No, I know.
We were so happy. It was a great moment. He did it at Madison Square Garden, beat Ziggler.
Got the big picture with all the champions,
big pictures,
with Punk and
then they all lost their titles. Titles. But Punk was like, oh yeah, but he can play a heel. And got a bus. So like, it's not really the same. But Austin Theory, Sam, is maybe one of the worst title reigns, not just United States, one of the worst title reigns in history. First of all, he tried to cash in the Money in the Bank on the United States Championship and lost,
failed,
and then won it mere weeks later.
So
and about this point, the United States Championship was in a good place because Bobby and Seth have been doing some good stuff with it, and then he killed it dead. He had a match with Cena at WrestleMania,
and on paper,
and no one cared. He had it for nearly a year, Sam. And look where he's been since. Don't get me wrong, he's having a little revival online. There's a little revival online. Everyone's like, push Austin Theory. Yeah, getting sure. But wow, he was not ready to have a year-long reign with the United States Championship. By the way, it could be 2 months for all I care, but I think it's so long. I did nothing. So I'm going to hand it, personally, for me, to Austin Theory, solely because Zack Ryder got his little win. But Zack Ryder's hurts me more than Austin Theory's.
Zack Ryder's hurts me, but at least I care.
Yeah.
I'm apathetic towards
But it
Austin
is bad.
Theory's.
It is also bad.
What, Zack Ryder's?
Yes, it's bad.
I don't want to talk about it, Sam.
Yeah. Okay, Austin Theory.
Thank you.
R-Truth versus Dean Ambrose. Now, me and Sam have already forgotten if R-Truth was handed it by Brett. I believe he was, but that's not the one I'm talking about, Sam.
And he accidentally
won the United States Championship accidentally. People have told me that this is not true. He actually was planning to win it all the time. Look at the face. Look at the faces of everyone involved, and look at the fact that he lost the title almost immediately.
I love it. It's the most R-Truth thing to do, though.
Yeah, he did have it before, and I can't remember how he won it, but he definitely had it very early when he won it. So R-Truth, all his United States Championship reigns are all bad. But Dean Ambrose...
You don't like this at all, this one, do you?
340 days, and he defended it twice. I'm certain it's twice.
It can't be twice.
Oh, I'm certain it's twice. Because guess what? He might have done it more, but I tell you what, they didn't make a deal of it. He literally walked around with his title, but he was in the Shield doing other things. He didn't need the United States. They just wanted to legitimize these guys by making them win championships. But they didn't. Just by having a title does not legitimize it. It's a prop. You've got to defend it and do stuff. Oh my God. I hate this reign with a passion. Do you remember how he lost it as well?
So, was it Sheamus?
In a battle royal.
Yeah.
He had a year-long title reign and lost it in a battle royal. Like, honest to God, I cannot get over how much I hate this reign. This is why I don't like long title reigns in general, because usually there's a reason for a long title reign is because they haven't defended it. They've just drifted with it, particularly since the 30-day rule disappeared. When they had long title reigns in the 80s and early 90s, it's because they weren't on telly that often. They had 4 pay-per-views a year, and most of the things were house shows, so they didn't have to lose the title. And then they got to the 90s, where they did the 30-day thing, and they had weekly TV and 12 pay-per-views. You have to title change is going to happen all the time. Great. And now we've got back to the age of long title reigns again, but we've also got a stage where they're not defending it. Like Io Sky. Literally won it at WrestleMania and then didn't defend it until Evolution in July.
Ridiculous.
Like, that is insane that she went 3 months without defending the world title. Like, why are we doing
What
this?
happened to just normal title matches on Raw?
Why can't she just defend it against Natalia for a minute?
Defend it. Exactly. It just makes Raw a bit more interesting. You don't have to have a title change.
It doesn't have to be against anyone big
Just have a match that means something and that we know the stakes of, and then, again, legitimises their title reign more. Look at Punk's big one. He did more
every time.
all the time.
All the time, and it mattered. Dean had the title pretty much at the same sort of time as Punk, and they did nothing with it, and it was awful. I want that to go through.
I would vote R-Truth personally, so you will have to veto.
I am vetoing Dean Ambrose, pissing me off. I'm now out of veto, so it's all you now.
Hey.
But Dean Ambrose is 100% going through. I put the people I want through. Jack Swagger versus Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy is probably the one who's just kind of snuck on in 16th place for me, because he had a reign when he was at his hottest and did nothing with it. He won it against Lashley. He was the one who took it off Lashley, and then randomly lost it to Benoit via distraction, and then tapped out. And you're like, why not let this guy who's your upper mid-card you're trying to build, I know he's going into a feud with The Undertaker, let him just be United States Champion. Like, he doesn't have to defend it against The Undertaker. The Undertaker can go, I'm not looking for that, I'm looking for your soul. And then you can just ignore it for a couple of weeks. I know I just mentioned that with Dean Ambrose, but, you know, this guy could have then done stuff with it after The Undertaker feud, after even legitimised him with The Undertaker feud. So I think he has snuck on, but literally, as I just said, he did nothing with it. He literally held it for, I think it's 2 months, defended it nothing, literally won it, lost it. And you're just there, it was a prop. Jack Swagger, you bastard!
Yeah, Jack Swagger's going through it.
I mean, it's not your fault, but you bastard!
Not his fault, but yeah.
That gut-wrench pissing powerbomb keeps ruining things.
Really does. Really does. No, again, it's even if you had said, okay, he didn't take it off Ryder in that whole circumstance, it's still Jack
It's a bad reign.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who beat him for it.
Oh, this would be a good pop quiz. Oh, I bet it's Santino.
Do you know, it could be Santino. I tell you what, me and you go the distance on the United States Champions.
Interesting.
We might have to do it soon, actually.
Yeah.
I might put it on the list for next year, for season 2 of Sam vs. Sam. I'll put go the distance United States Champions, because right now, Sam, no. Not a clue.
Yeah.
I can get probably as far as about 2006, and then I'm gone.
I'd absolutely.
So we go with 1-on-1, United States Champion. We're doing it.
Might be one I can win. Who knows?
I'm booking in. Yeah. It's booked in. There we go. Into the quarterfinals, I have no veto, so it's down for me to convince Sam. It's Logan Paul versus Bret Hart.
What a match!
This is why you come to Sam's on Wrestling, because there's no one else ever putting Bret and Logan in a 1-on-1 of who's the best or who's the worst in this case list ever. Could you imagine going to someone going, who's the worst, Bret or Logan? You're literally like, why we even have this conversation?
What are you
but
on about?
in this conversation right now, this is tough.
It works.
Who does it go to? The 6 months with 2 reigns doing nothing. And, oh, by the way, can I just point out another thing that annoys about the Logan Paul thing is how much, like, praise he got for the Rey Mysterio save in this match.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't save him.
No.
He was out of position.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio literally went, I would have landed on my tummy, I would have been fine. He was out of position. Good catch to get back into position, but he didn't save me from anything. No. I would have been fine.
And that's clear when you just see Rey's body, like he's going to rotate and turn.
And literally everyone was praising Logan, and Logan was there going, yeah, well, he's like, no, you're out of position, you git. I hate Logan Paul. I'm sorry.
No, as do I. But that the organic heat helped him as a heel character.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not helping him as much anymore. I don't think.
No, well, I mean, he was the new toy, and he's not the new toy anymore.
So Logan, with his terrible reign of 2 defenses, not doing anything, it's not appearing on telly, not defending when you're on telly like Dean Ambrose is one thing. Not being on TV and the title has disappeared. You know, it's it's probably my biggest bugbear of normal wrestling.
This physically hurts. Like, you know when they bit of a segue. In the MCU, where they just say a list of things to the Winter Soldier to make him angry.
Yeah.
This should be on there. Logan Paul's US title.
You know that scene when he comes in as...
Just kills everyone.
That's
what that is for.
I would kill Apollo Crews. That's an amazing reference of Black Panther. That's incorrect. That's awesome. Right, you can decide now. I'm going to go celebrate.
You go celebrate that. Whilst he's celebrating that, I'm going to put Bret Hart through ahead of Logan Paul.
What? What?
I put him in the top 3. I can't stand against it. Where's my journalistic integrity now if I put Bret Hart...
Copy Meltzer, he's got no journalistic integrity.
No, I have many integrities. And to be fair, these are 2 people you hate, Sam. I'm putting Bret Hart through because he couldn't move, and he's beaten the Miz, who was about to become WWE champion. Later that year.
Yeah.
Makes him look like an idiot, and then hands it to someone. At least Logan Paul put it over at any night.
I can't veto. Bret Hart is going through over Logan Paul. Baron Corbin, Nakamura. Please put Nakamura through over this.
God, right, what are we doing here? Who's where, who's what?
Booth clues, come on. Nakamura, that title reign, the other ones where he did nothing, he just held it, He literally has had 3 reigns where he's not defended the title.
Yeah, but it's Corbin, I can't just help Corbin out.
You can't even remember the reign, that says a lot.
Isn't that even worse than Nakamura?
I think someone actively making things worse than you forgetting about them is worse.
I think I can't remember Corbin because I wasn't really watching around that time, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It is Nakamura.
It's like having a choice of 2 people to nick your wife, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's...
I think the fact that Nakamura's had 3 reigns and has killed the belt in every single one is...
I'll appease you. I know I upset you with my previous one.
It's not that, but I think that last reign with the LA Knight one really just made everyone just so cross.
Oh, yeah. No, Sam, you know my reaction to it. I was fuming.
Yeah.
Because everyone was so hyped, always put a bit of face paint on. Bloody damn, mate. Bloody damn. He's been getting a few little makeup lessons from Stingers. Not interested, mate. Doesn't mean he's suddenly like this new, incredibly interesting wrestler. No, it was rubbish. You know what? Yeah, because he took it away from LA Knight, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for LA Knight.
He may be annoyed now.
Just for LA Knight to win it back anyway. Apollo Crews, Austin Theory, AA Sam. Nigerian Drum versus guy who failed at cashing in on the United States Champion because he was scared of Roman.
I think Apollo Crews is better. At least they went to the Apollo Crews. They gave him, it was, wasn't he feuding with Big E? Or
Big E,
he feuded with Big E.
Oh yeah, because he won both over that time.
Yeah. So I don't actually know what he did.
That actually says a lot. But
they gave him a go. They gave him a good, a gimmick. The problem is Austin just ruined so many things.
The problem is you can argue both did a very similar thing. They were given a push from young guys to be pressed up, but at least one had a gimmick. At least one tried something new, and you know where it went because he disappeared immediately afterwards. Particularly when crowds turned back up again, and they went, no. But Austin Theory's is worse. It's a year-long reign doing little to nothing, apart from annoying people, because also, at the same time, you've got the apathy of the crowd generally, or the annoyance of the crowd going, this is Vince's boy, who we have not told you we want to see.
Yeah, and we weren't ready for another one of those.
Yeah.
And can you believe that it's Cena in the build-up, the promo, he said about, like, I can't believe, like, people don't care about me, so they have to chime in noises and stuff. Like, when you actually think about him saying that, and that is genuinely true, it is so brutal, isn't it? But it's true.
It is true. Theory's going through.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose versus Jack Swagger.
Oh, I'm still saying Jack Swagger.
Really?
Yeah, he really hurt me by doing that. And I wasn't around for most of Dean Ambrose's title reign, so I kind of think it's cool that the Shield held all the belts, and he was still at least...
They didn't hold all the belts. They all held a belt.
That's the same thing, potato. So I still like that image, and I actually like Dean Ambrose as a wrestler. Would you disagree? Would you like to persuade me that it should be Dean Ambrose?
Dean Ambrose would be very close to my finalist because it was a belt that was actually doing well at the time. It was regularly defended prior to the Shield being there. It was
who did he win it?
Oh God knows. I think it's Kofi. Okay. So it's just gone through that mid-card of apathy, but of people having at least decent matches. You know, your Cesaros and Ziggler's and all these lot having their matches. And then Dean Ambrose beat Kofi, I think it's at Night of Champions. Because I think that Rollins and Roman won theirs on pre-show, I believe. And then it's just then you've got to watch this man walk around with his title. Even he, I'm pretty certain, was there going, am I going to do anything with this title? And they're like, nah. And I just think having somebody have this title belt who's in a really prominent position and not even having a match with it. In fact, just out of curiosity, here's how many title defenses Dean Ambrose actually had in that 340 run. I'm going to put it there. Here's how many title matches he actually had. In 300 odd days, whatever it is, that's not enough. And I'm not including house shows and things like that on there. This is TV. Here's how many pay-per-view matches. How about that? So we've already got the overall. Here's your pay-per-views. It's shocking. Swagger's is just lame. It's really lame. Is it bad? Or is it just lame?
Both.
It's not great.
Both.
Oh, he's bad. There's a reason he's in the quarterfinals comfortably.
God. I don't know, Sam. It just hurts me. Right. I'll say Dean because of the length.
It hurt me. And then he didn't even get pinned for it. Oh, yeah. Dean Ambrose is going through.
Sorry, Dean, mate.
Semi-finals. Bret Hart. Nakamura.
I feel as though I saw the beginnings of Nakamura's title reign. Because you know that live event I went to it must have been mid-2024, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Nakamura wasn't back on TV yet.
No, he wouldn't. He was doing house show runs.
Yeah, and we saw, we had LA Knight defending his US title, and it was randomly against Nakamura. I was like, oh, Nakamura's here. Hello, Shinsuke. And now I realised what they were doing was they were doing a few little live circuits together to get a bit of chemistry to wait for his actual TV return to then wrestle him. So I'm kind of saddened that I had to see that.
It hurt you now on a personal level.
I think LA Knight won on the live.
But he wouldn't. He had to keep the title.
No, but I don't know if it was I didn't know if it was like a DQ thing, but I
yeah.
think he won. I don't know. I'd had a few. But I had to get through a Nakamura match.
You just had Cody versus Solo in a cage. I mean, that
which was kind of good, but it wasn't a proper cage match because it's a house show, so I don't blame
exactly.
I'm
surprised the cage was a Bouncy Castle.
Just I saw it. It had GIF.
It was a pocket.
Yeah, it's more like curtains. To be honest. It's ridiculous. Anyway, side note. I'm still tensed on Bret. What's your thoughts?
Bret's is funny to me.
It is a bit funny.
I think it's so funny. I think in terms of having the Miz lose it, but no, you're going to have to push him because he's got the Money in the Bank at the time. I kind of think it's not the stupidest idea in the world because it kind of doesn't hurt him in a weird way because it's kind of like an embarrassing moment, but in a, oh my God, I got, the legend Bret Hart did it. But at the same time, it's a guy who can't move.
Yeah, but I still go with the previous reasoning of it. It's Bret, so it's kind of cool that he gets another title. And
it's another accolade.
Yeah.
I think if I was picking between the two, Nakamura annoyed me the most. Bret just made me...
You know what, Sam? I love LA Knight so much. I'm sick of how he's been treated. He just gets tossed aside so many times. And I just think...
Thanks for making us the money, but we're not going to give you the chance.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's great, and I just think, why give it to bloody Nakamura? Why couldn't have LA Knight been given a good title reign? Because to be honest, Sam, we love LA Knight. That's the reason he's not on here. But his title reign actually executed was terrible.
Yeah, it was great.
He was great as US champion. He did some really good promos.
But there was nothing happening around him.
Nothing.
He was trying.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't try with nothing.
No, exactly.
That's because there was no heels on SmackDown.
No, I know.
You can't defend your title against no heels.
WWE.
Yeah. So Nakamura.
Yeah,
Nakamura is going through to the final. Worst title reign versus the other potential worst title reign in terms of length. Austin Theory, Dean Ambrose. From your hatred of what you spoke about before, this sounds like Austin Theory.
It's Austin Theory. There's no contest to me, unless you want to make a case for it. Because everything in Austin Theory is everything you describe in Dean Ambrose is, but worse.
I can't not disagree.
It just is.
I want to push Dean Ambrose because it annoyed me so viscerally. Theories just made me just throw my hands up. But that's because I was 10 years older rather than it hurting me. I think if you'd swap my ages round, I would be just as visceral at Austin Theory's as I would at Dean Ambrose's.
Because it's like they've taken everything that was wrong with Dean Ambrose's thing and let's just go, right, let's just do this, but much worse in a discount level and have no shield around him.
Theory did at least defend the title.
Who cares, Sam?
Theory?
Yeah.
Austin Theory is going through to the final. Sam.
Hello.
Who are you deciding?
Theory.
Can I make a case? Because personally, when I came up with this idea and I looked at the list, I had two names that really strung at me that hurt me the most, or I hated the most. Dean Ambrose is one, and Nakamura is the other. I have never seen a title reign so badly that it killed the title, such as his one after LA Knight. However, to achieve said goal another 3 other times is beyond impressive, and I think so impressive that literally they kept going, well, we need to do something with this Nakamura bloke, here's the title, but we actually don't want to do anything with this Nakamura bloke, and I don't care for mid-card title, so literally 2 birds, you can do nothing with it. It looks like we're doing something with you, and whatever. At least Theory was a young guy, they put him at Cena so he'd actually work, they tried to carry on the Vince thing, that failed. At least he was vaguely involved with the Seth and Lashley, so he was working with some decent-ish people, whereas Nakamura, I can't take anything positive out of it. He had a moon in his entrance. That's as far as I can give you for positivity.
You big moon person.
Big moon. I like a moon. I like a blue moon.
Right, sure. I see all of those points, Sam, but then I just go to you. Cash in.
He didn't succeed though, so does it count? He's not a United States champion.
No, but that'll come on. It's part of the entire thing, isn't it? Come on. Let's be frank. Come on.
It's bad, but the reign hasn't happened.
Sam.
If reign hasn't happened, that'd be more part of Seth Rollins.
Bad. And how you can make a match with John Cena at WrestleMania so unnoteworthy.
Literally, I forget it happens.
Yeah.
I forgot that match actually exists.
I am veering towards theory, even though, yes, can I just say as well, Nakamura, I'd have had Jinder ahead of him in the first round.
I know.
You vetoed him and I've gone with you every step of the way to take him to the final.
Yeah. Because you're wrong, because Jinder had a 2 weeks run Nakamura. I think you had your hatred for Jinder.
Yes.
Correctly so.
Yes.
Correctly so, sir.
Yes.
Correctly so. I was able to see past the hatred of Jinder. Hang on, the WWE Championship was the bad one. Jinder's United States Championship, it's already over. Whereas Nakamura's like, I'm going to win it again, and I'm going to do nothing with it again. I like this belt. I think it's a really, really good belt that they just don't care about, and I think Nakamura is the epitome of that.
I want this video to be done so I don't have to talk about these anymore.
Go with you on it. You want to judge. You're the judge.
I'm not, because you made valid points. I just...
Go with Dean Ambrose.
Go with Jinder. I can't...
What a comeback.
Yeah.
How Jinder Mahal chopped.
And then the next one he just wins completely.
Jinder Mahal is who we're deciding is the worst. No.
I wish. I'm going to go. They're both terrible.
They really are.
I'm going to go with Nakamura. Because I've gone right. If I had to say now, who would I rather be United States champion?
I'd rather Nakamura between the two of them, to be fair.
I'd actually genuinely rather Theory be the champion between the two of them, and that says a lot. So I'm actually going to go. I'm very surprised. I didn't think I was going to do it in that moment, but you know what? Nakamura, for doing that to LA Knight, should have the punishment, which is a high capital punishment, of being associated with Amazon Wrestling worst United States champion list. So therefore, Nakamura, you didn't see that one coming, did you, pal?
No.
There you go.
No, he did. He was behind you staring at you doing it.
Oh, no.
So we've decided that the worst WWE United States champion of all time is Shinsuke Nakamura. Thank you very much for joining us. God, he sucks. I don't understand.
We were sold a dream.
We really were. He had one great match in NXT, and then after that, everything sucked. Every single match was crap. Yeah. I genuinely don't see the hype. Go watch it in Japan. I hate kicks. I'm bored of kicks. They're not entertaining to me at all. I don't see it. Oh, he's cool. He's cool. Great. Now what? Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Nakamura is the worst United States champion. Who have you got as the worst United States champion? And what else would you like us to do a bracket series on? Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.